Hey everybody! So a couple months ago I put up a review of our baby monitor. It was the Vtech baby monitor. I'm going to link that review down below in case you haven't seen it. Definitely watch that video before watching this one so you know what I'm talking about, because I'm not going to go into all of the details, but basically our baby monitor would randomly, it would still be on, you could still see the baby, it was a video baby monitor, but the sound would cut out without warning. So the baby could be crying, but you wouldn't be able to hear it. So I left off that video by letting you guys know that my husband had made a call to inform Vtech of our issue, and the man he spoke to on the phone let us know that they were aware that this issue was occurring and that they were happy to send us a new updated version that wouldn't have this problem. Now obviously I wasn't satisfied with this answer, and neither was my husband, because the fact that they knew about this issue, I was just scared for other children out there if this was happening, because if this were to go off in the middle of the night and you don't hear your baby crying, I mean that poor baby could be crying all night long. So it just upset me that they were aware of the issue and they hadn't sent out a recall. So my husband asked to speak to someone higher up, like in management, someone who would know a little bit more, to talk about this issue. And eventually, after my first video went public and it was shared on Facebook, Vtech did contact us, which was great, and they wanted our original monitor sent back to them so that they could do some further testing on it. Several months ago, and the reason I decided to actually make this update video is because there was a lot of you in the comments who said that you either had this happen to you with this baby monitor or that you knew somebody that did. So I'm going to tell you kind of where we're at. They called us with the results, but keep watching to the end, because if this happened to you, then I do want you to take action. So our original monitor was the version VM333, and that was sent out to testing overseas along with 2 other models, I believe. And actually in testing, I thought it wasn't going to show up because it was so random, so I was kind of like, oh, what if it doesn't show up? But it actually did. The issue showed up in testing, which was great. We didn't sound crazy. It actually happened in 2 of the units, I believe, 2 of the 3 units, so they could see what we were talking about. I got my husband to write me some notes because I obviously wasn't the person on the phone and I didn't want to get any of the information incorrect, but he says the issue occurs when there are not enough available wireless channels within the 2.4 gigahertz band. This is due to specific environments and specific channels used, and the same device might not observe this issue in a different environment. So it's basically saying it just depends on what wireless channel your monitor is using, and in certain households or environments it might be using a different channel than in others, and that's why some people experience issues and some don't. But like I said at the beginning, they also sent us their newer model, and I have been testing it out to see if it does the same issue. And unfortunately, it's happened to me twice. I don't use it at nighttime, I just use it during nap time because then I can be alert and aware, and it's actually happened. So obviously it hasn't been corrected in the newer model. They're saying that they haven't observed this issue in prior models or the newer one they sent us, so that was news to them. I'm not sure what they're going to do about that, but I guess they have yet another model of this baby monitor. They've actually sent out that to us, so that's our 3rd baby monitor. It should be arriving soon. Again, I'm curious to test it out, but the reason I'm making this video is says, while they're not going to perform a product recall due to very low numbers of people reporting the issue, if people observe this issue, they should call into Vtech, report the issue, and try asking for a replacement. So I just kind of wanted to put the word out there that yes, they are aware, yes, it showed up in testing, but they're not performing a recall because they're going off the data of calls and complaints of people with a specific issue, and it's like less than 1%. So to me, I had, multiple people down in my comments of just my video, and that video only has a couple thousand views, I believe, that had this exact issue. So I have a feeling, of course I could be wrong, that there is a lot more people who've experienced this and just haven't called in. So I would encourage you that if you have this baby monitor and you had this happen to you, definitely call Vtech and let them know so that they can report that. If you know somebody with the baby monitor, again, get them to call in so they can report that, and if enough people call in, that they can do an actual recall so this doesn't happen to any babies out there. So yeah, that is kind of where we're at with Vtech. If anything further happens with this, I'll let you know. I'm going to test out that 3rd model being sent, of course, and if there is a recall, of course I will let you guys know. But yeah, I just kind of want to put this video, this is where we're at. If you have this issue, please call in so that something can be done. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!